your chance to know. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Let me show you why.
Grand Rising, my brother. What's happening?
Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Give us a brief moment here. Let's get some things out of the way. As far as our disclaimer and our thought process, then we're going to jump right into our topic today on this here Friday. First and foremost, here on the Humblest Opinion, myself, Tony Bahama, and our resident guest, Malik Adagamba. First and foremost, our disclaimer. And of course, the Humble Opinion is brought to you by AB2C Broadcasting, B-Caribbean TV, and Professional Renaissance Protection Services. Disclaimer is the views and opinion expressed are those solely of the ownership, management, talent, and host, and are brought to you via at-will clause or pay-per-view service platform. Your listening and or views are agreement which makes you complicit in this broadcast and removes all liability from us and our platform and our owners 100%. If you don't like what you're hearing, you don't like what you see, you have the right to not be a part or to hear or to take part in this broadcast. AB2C Broadcasting News and Radio is an internet radio station for you, and we are always on and we can always be connected. 2021, all rights reserved. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a topic on our Friday that reads and bears the right to be addressed. We have a discussion, or we can have a few questions or commentary on a phrase that's near and dear to, I guess, Caribbean and Bahamian culture. The term lotioning and Likin man. So, ladies and gentlemen, just as a quick definition, just as a quick disclaimer as far as what we're doing and what these things are, just to let you know, we have, it's not in like an urban dictionary. It's probably in a Caribbean diaspora. But just so you know, lotioning, not to be confused with Likin man, is the exact opposite of Likin man. Or it even could be the same thing. Lotioning is supporting someone that is less than mediocre or substandard without a valid reason to do so. Overly supporting them. That's lotioning. If your boy averaged 4 points a game, but you treating him like he averaging 40 points a game, you lotioning. You lotioning. You lotioning. If your homegirl, she's a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10, but you treating her like she's a 9.5. Guess what, buddy? You lotioning. Likin man on the opposite end is doing something negative, unfounded, malicious, or just nonsensical for no apparent reason. None. You don't got no reason to do it. It didn't make sense. Brother Gamba, chime in on this.
Or I'd like to add that the reason might not be apparent to anybody else, but the bottom line is the reason is a nonsensical reason. It doesn't make sense for you to do this. Okay?
Right.
Why? Because at the end of the day, this person does not deserve that, or the person might not even want you to do that. You just like it.
You just like it. Okay. We're going to play out a couple of scenarios. We got a couple of historic instances of Likin man throughout Bahamian and global history. We can get into that a little later, but we're going to just talk about this much going so far. Just a thought, we have to say this and we have to do this because, the decline of pure masculinity. We ain't say toxic masculinity, just pure masculinity. The factors of being a man, it came from the decline of fatherhood, and the lack of fatherhood, male leadership in the families, and back in the 60s, 70s, the crack epidemic, whatever else reasons it would have been. So
by design, but yes,
by design,
many reasons. Yeah.
correct. by design. That's a huge point. You're right. But for whatever reason it is, you got a couple different, even way back in the 1600s, the 1400s, with the whole Willie Lynch letter, where they wanted to embarrass the man or the image of what it was, a male or a man. They did this. This is not something I'm making up.
No,
this is something Brother Gamma bring into the table. This is history. It's factual. Go look up. So the decline of masculinity, and the assumption of what we call toxic masculinity. If you just say something, you say that, you mean that all of a sudden that's being toxic. No, you have a right to your humble opinion.
Yep.
So we might have to clarify. This is just some phrases. You might be guilty of these things. You might not be guilty of these things.
But if you find yourself being guilty, you might need to stop liking man. You just might. You might need to stop liking man.
First and foremost, if you are watching someone else's accomplishments and progress to your own detriment and progress, you might need to stop liking man.
Yeah, you just might need to stop liking man. And we have these instances all over the internet. The internet is vast. It covers the world. So we have these instances on a regular basis where people are hating, and they're hating for no reason, because you don't even know this person. If you don't know this person, if this is not personal experiences that you're discussing, then you might need to stop liking man.
You might need to stop liking man. I've heard people say, as an example, I seen people that are followers of LeBron or artists or whoever else it is, and they say, I hate that person. Hold on. Do you know that person? Do you know these superstars? Why do you hate them? And then furthermore, what are you doing? You know what you're doing? What are they doing, brother?
Listen, they actually...
They like it, man.
They like it, man, but the thing about it is they're actually feeding, they're feeding into the hype of the individual, because guess what? The more interaction, the more money these people make it. Their stats going up. Their dollars going up. What does that do for you? So again, it's to your detriment. And guess what? These same people are going to be out there purchasing the gear, whether they're purchasing the gear for that individual or another individual. You're still making those other people money, but they're taking money out of your pocket. That's to your detriment and progress.
Right.
You need to stop liking man. All right.
Like man.
If you're using this pandemic as an excuse to conceal your identity and start your theft or robberies, because there's someone sitting at their office having a complete strangulation of their nuts, as the second goes by, more of their potential children are being choked and are wasting away. You need to stop liking man. All right, you need to stop liking man. All right, we have to come to the point where we truly realize and understand who we are. Let's try to find ourselves. Stop trying to be other people. Okay, stop trying to take advantage of other people.
Thank you. To that same point, I saw something the other day where somebody was in a food store, and just them and the person trying to make it, let's say, and helping the country, keeping their store open, risking COVID. Someone go walk in there with a gun with a mask on their face, and then walk up and pull out a gun. Dog, you can come out your house with a mask on in a pandemic. Just use that pandemic to rob and steal. You pull a gun in this person's face. This person will let you in their store, or giving you a level of trust, trying to help you, and that's what you gonna do?
Yeah, you are so wrong for that. And this is what I'm talking when we're talking about taking advantage of people, taking advantage of opportunities. Here's the saddest part to me, Here's the very saddest part to me. And I'm not trying to condone crime or people committing these crimes. The saddest part to me, who you doing it to?
Right.
These people don't have the balls to go and try find one against them and if out you them wanna the flicking the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and whatnot. You only try looking for these people
Right.
to go at the people who got the real money.
The
Okay.
real money. You fighting the little small one on the side who
Yeah,
trying to
man.
help you.
Listen, people have lost their lives over $20, $30. Let's be real. $20, $30. Okay. Sometimes when they go and run up on individuals, whether they walking in the streets or whatever, they don't have nothing on them on that day. And they end up losing their lives over nothing because you don't want them to identify you. But the individuals who got the real money, they're only interested in going after them. So you really like it, man. Because
really
you
like it,
protecting
man.
them by not messing with them. But you want to freak with the poor man. Come on, man. You gotta stop liking man. Stop that. Stop it.
Stop like it. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Stop this like it, man. BS.
Stop it. Now, if you are at work and the girl, this ladies can like man too. Just so you know.
Yes.
Or like
yes.
what?
Let's clarify. Gotta be clear.
If you are at work and the girl you don't have a reason to dislike, you don't got no reason to like this girl. You know this girl ain't do you nothing, and you purposely just sitting there thinking of ways to frustrate her or bother her. You know what you doing this stuff?
Yep. You like it, man.
You like it, man, and you like it, woman. You like it, woman.
Yep. Yeah, man.
This girl ain't doing nothing to you. Everybody have that person right now. If you listen to this, it's that girl who just ran across your mind just right now. Just now. She's sitting in the corner in the cubicle just looking at you. She mad at you. You wonder if she can slash your tire or...
Because you look better than her. She feels you making more money. People might like her more. She
try to grind your man or something.
You gotta stop it, man. Because see, here's the thing. This is what gets me with people like that, whether it's the male or female. We have this thing in our society where we're upset with people who are doing better than us. So we don't try to go and be better, No, we try to pull those people down.
Wow.
Why are we trying to pull those people down instead of bettering ourselves? Come on, man. We need to better ourselves.
If you pull them down, does that make you better?
And this is the thing. They feel that it does because if you're looking at someone and you're saying, hey, man, this person is so great, and I prove to you that they're not, right? Either I bring them to my level or below mine as far as they're concerned, I'm better than them or I look better than them, rather than trying to elevate themselves. No, that's not what they're going to do. All right? And they will often give excuses as to why they can't be that or why that person got there, All right, family, money, friends, sleeping with somebody. Sometimes these things are true. I ain't saying they're not, but I'm just simply saying that oftentimes they are not. And those people, because we have to clarify now. If you're speaking truth, that's different. But if you're just saying these things just because you need an avenue to make yourself feel better or look better, gotta stop liking man.
Yeah, you don't got no reason. You don't have no facts.
No, none. Or you know that it's a lie and you still running with it. That's a problem.
Plenty time I done had a conversation with girls I was with before, and it's like, hold on, I don't like that girl. So I Joe, just asking. So why?
Like why?
Why you don't like her again? I just don't like her. What? You like it, woman, man?
Yes, you need to have a reason. Need to justify.
I just don't like her. Don't count.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't. So here we are now. There's someone sitting somewhere in their office right now, right at this moment, having a complete strangulation of their nuts, my brother. I mean, like you can't breathe. Can't breathe. Seconds go by, more of their potential children are being choked and wasting away. Why? All because of skinny jeans. If you in 2021 are still wearing skinny jeans or tight pants,
right now,
you might need to stop like it, man. Because at the end of the day, you only wearing that because you're being told to wear that. Okay, you're only wearing that because someone says it's a fashion. But do you really feel like a man laying down on your bed like you're a woman, having to squeeze yourself up into these pants? Come on, man. Really? Okay, you gotta stand in front of the mirror and man, you ever had a little slapping? When you got it? Come on, man. Listen, we all are females who be wearing these tight stuff. We all have females who be wearing these tight stuff. So at the end of the day, we know how our women look when they doing that. And it's sexy to a man to see a woman doing that. Bro,
But look
I
at
don't
you.
want to see this.
But look at
Come
you.
on, man. Come
Look
on,
at you.
man. Come on, man. You committing visible murder. Why are you doing that?
Look at you.
Come on,
In
man.
the mirror.
Come on. And you feel good about this. You might just need to stop like it, man.
You just
You might need to stop like it. I'm saying you just might need to. Just might need to stop like it, man. Come on, man. Okay. Okay, understand me. We all possess common sense, even though many people do not utilize it. We all possess an inkling of common sense. One should be able to look at a situation and say, you know what? But that ain't right. Or that don't work for me. So for you as a man to say, boy, that's my kind of thing. You might need to stop like that, man.
And you have nuts. You
Like, how do you do this? Come on, man. Come on.
Another one. This go out, let me say this beforehand. I support my police. I support the proper manufacturing.
Yes, the good ones, because there are some good ones.
Correct. Everybody ain't bad. All generalizations ain't true. But if you sitting there as an officer and you have no real reason to be pulling people over and giving them tickets, matter of fact, if the only reason you giving out a ticket is just to make your quota, is just to stop somebody, you know what you're doing? You liking mine. You liking mine.
Listen,
especially in this pandemic, especially this economic crisis. If you stopping people and giving out ticket.
Listen, and I agree 100% because here it is. Not just that field, but many others. You could be given a mandate, You could be given instructions, but as a human being who experiences certain things and have family and friends who experience certain things.
Yes.
If you would not want that to be done to your mother, your father, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, nephew, if they are not wrong, or if this is a discretionable moment, they are discretionable moments. And a lot of times these people take advantage. All right, let's take, for example, driving with a phone is a danger. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I came into law, because those distractions can cause accidents. But you will have one officer who will pull somebody over, give them a warning. You have another one who will say, okay, you know what, you got to get a fine, but we could go as high as $500, but I'm going to give you a $75 or $100 one this time. If I see you again, you get maximum. These things I can understand. That's using your discretion. But we're in a pandemic, and they say to you, man, listen, but the treasury broke. If y'all don't talk to these people, we ain't sure how y'all can get your salary. You pull that person over and give them a $500 ticket. You gotta stop liking man. You need to stop liking man. You understand me? Okay. You have officers who's be on the road and you looking at them like they trying their hardest to find people to pull over. They'll pull everybody over and look all over this car to see if they can find something. Stop liking man. Because you ain't just doing your job, man. You liking man.
They had no reason to stop you. They stop you to look in your car or to search you or see whatever you like. In
hopes that they find something, my brother. They didn't stop liking man.
Stop liking man. Stop liking man.
If you vote simply because your family has been voting for a specific party or a person without questioning why your family voted a certain way, you might need to stop liking man.
Boss, election coming.
Yes, you might need to stop liking man. I feel that even though we've been miseducated as to political sciences and why we vote and the need for certain things, right? A lot of people don't know. But today is your education. Stop liking man. If you're going to vote, for those who decide that they're going to vote, because no one's forcing anyone to do anything. But if you're going to do it because this candidate makes sense. Okay, you see them doing something or trying to do something. They standing on a platform that you believe in, not just because mummies wear yellow or red or people agree. Come on, man. Come on. Stop liking, man.
You
Stop
like it,
it.
man. You like it, man. You know people that get into this. This whole election season coming. Election season, that was our previous episode. Go and look that up now. Episode 2. The Humblest Opinion season 1, episode 2. But just for some context, if you in this period of time, or we can vote them out. We can vote. If your mom tell you that you really looking at the thing, if you said, "Oh, we can vote for this one," we can put them in there. But you sitting here, you probably listening to us on a phone or a computer. What when you ain't think to say, let me try Google or look up or see what this person is doing. You know what you doing? You liking, man, and you gonna go put people in power off the simple fact that you like it, man. Come on, man.
And listen,
Stop that.
You know what's so sad? That so many people actually don't realize that their phone is a computer.
Crazy.
Because you'll be in conversations and they're asking you a question that they could have easily gone to Google and typed in that and gotten the answer. So why are you asking me on the phone? We on the phone in a phone conversation. Just go Google that. What's wrong with you? They gotta stop like it, man.
If you bought something only because you see someone else buying it, you definitely need to stop liking, man. Or if you bought something not because you like it, but only because you wanted to stop someone else who liked it from getting it, you know what you need to stop doing?
Stop liking, man.
Stop liking.
You're liking, man. If you didn't know, now you know. Stop liking, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Purchase something. You go in the store, purchase something, and don't have no reason why to buy it. Or you see someone else get it.
And this could be a car, purse, shoes. It don't matter. Gotta stop liking, man. Got to. I
that
agree.
goes into our next one, eh? Yeah.
Well, if you see any young person striving to perfect their craft, and you don't help when they get to, if you don't help, but when they get to be successful, you want to try to jump on board. You may need to stop liking, man.
Everybody in the Bahamas, even the diaspora, is all of a sudden a Suns fan, a Kings fan. They are a Connecticut Sun fan.
Mm.
There's a University of Texas fan. There is all of a sudden they're in the track and field or the Diamond League. And where was you in the formative years of helping? And you don't even gotta help them once. There was a thing. What about the ones who right in front of you?
Yes.
The people who there right now, young kids right now trying to run, jump, practice. It ain't gonna be sports. It could be education.
Right.
Education. There's a gentleman, bless his soul, I think he might have passed away. I heard, the children used to walk past and go into school to either CC Sweden or CR Walker. Every morning, he'd try his best. He'd pass. The kids didn't have lunch or didn't have this or whatever. He'd do his best to help out. I've seen this on my face. He tried to help. He didn't know if they can turn out to be or what they're going to be, but he did his best to help. These ain't his kids. These ain't his family. But he tried to help. And if I help all of these kids and they come to successful, that's helping the country. That's helping my country, my Bahamas, my Caribbean, wherever it is, my community.
Yeah.
But if you could diss the young one right now, or he on the call, he freaking out, or she why is she running up and down in this hot sun? Oh, she going crazy. Why your parents ain't help her? What going on? But now they running this world class time. Oh yeah. We love that. You know what you doing?
Yeah, man, you like it, man. Because the thing about it is this, these are the very same people who say, yeah, man, she go through my corner. I remember when
Wow.
she used to be practicing running up and down. I remember when your boy used to be on the basketball court all hours of the night. Now you used to be laughing at them or talking about them bad. But now you're trying to make it seem like you were a supporter from the beginning. So this takes me to Rick Fox and how he had to respond to somebody online when he, as a
Definitely.
star,
Yep.
when he
Yep.
as a star was trying to help to promote somebody who created a Bahamian tennis line. And he's just trying to support by saying, hey, support this young Bahamian brother and buy his stuff. You, as a viewer, felt that you had the right to speak to this man about not doing for you or the
That was an
people.
attack.
What did they
You could
do
say
for him?
attack. We could say attack.
Yes.
That was an attack.
Okay. Yes. Right? The thing about it is this, right? Because we're on this topic. If you were not there when the struggle was on, why do you feel that you deserve something when we accomplish something? That's not right. That's not fair in any kind of way. The people who have the right to say something are the people who help to fund, who help to encourage with words, being present, dropping them to where they have to go, picking them up. They the people who, if that individual turned their back on them, they have the right to feel some kind of way. You don't know this person from a can of paint. You got to recognize this person's image because you've seen them on TV. Other than that, you have no idea who they are. Never did anything for them.
All right.
They didn't have a GoFundMe account going on that you donated to. Nothing. Come on, man.
You had an opportunity right there while it was in front of you to help, and you ain't help.
Yes. But now,
when they
because
make it
they've
big,
suddenly become rich, they've suddenly become popular. All right. And their talents of all their hard work, because that's another thing too. People only see the end result. They don't see the struggle, They don't see the struggle.
Then.
So somebody who is averaging 16 to 18 points a game, you don't know how much hours he got to be running drills, suicides, all these different things. How much baskets he have to shoot per day. Some people having like 1,000, 5,000 what they need to shoot a day. Okay, to get
just
this
to
thing
stay
right.
sharp.
Yes, you're only seeing the end results. But at the end of the day, you feel entitled to, one, be able to speak to them. Two, ask them or demand, not even ask, demand that they do this, that, and the next thing. They don't owe anybody anything other than those who help them out. And we live in a country, but I live in a country, I live in the Bahamas, and I live in a country where you're not recognized until you have accomplished things on your own. Then they want to jump on the bandwagon.
Sad. Yep. Oh man. Yeah.
All right. If you are a photo op philanthropist,
thank you.
You're a photo op philanthropist. If you give loan or share something,
explain to them what that is.
See, you're somebody who can't do anything unless there is a camera around. Someone have to be taking pictures or they have to be recording in order for you to do something. There are so many of us in this world who do a lot for people, I don't care if it's $1, $5, $10, whatever. We don't tell anybody. You just go and you just do because that's coming out the goodness of your heart. But whenever you see somebody who every single time they do something, the TV have to be present. That's not out of the goodness of your heart. You're trying to build up your status for whatever reason. Okay? So if you're a photo op philanthropist, I'm sorry, I can't reach you. Now, I'm not saying that you go and do something and somebody ended up recording. See, that's different. You didn't plan that. But you have to have a camera crew. You have to have a camera crew. Whether it's a phone toting crew or a literal audio visual company that has to be present when you're dealing with those kinds of stuff. Come on,
reality TV.
Something wrong there. Something wrong. You got to stop. You need to stop liking mine. All right. So if you're gonna give loan or share something, but you have to let it be known that you helped. Come on.
Right.
Come on. You need to stop liking mine. All right. You need to do that.
I seen a picture or a video, of this guy laying in bed, and he had his motorcycle in the bed, and he had his girl on the ground. I
Wow.
done seen dudes have they pit bull or they pit bull sleeping in the bed and they gotta go in the next room. First and foremost, ladies, if that's you, I know to tell you, you probably need to start liking the next man. But if you's a dude and you doing this, you like it, man. You like it, man. You are liking, man. You worshiping these guys, these people, you like it, man. Stop.
I
Stop it.
agree. I agree 100%. You need to stop it. Stop it 100%. You know,
Stop it.
listen, the world is full of so many people liking man until it's scary. It's actually scary. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's actually scary. Now, if your
On the
girl
net.
pays all the bills but cannot talk to you because the new PS5 just came out, brother, you stop liking man. You need to
Stop
stop liking
liking,
man.
man. Stop liking,
Okay?
man.
You read that.
If
You need to
you
stop liking man.
if you conscientiously see someone on a daily basis that you owe money. Now the factors surrounding why you owe money, that ain't nobody business.
Yeah.
Whatever. But if you see them every day, or you consistently try to avoid them.
Yes, because I just about to say, if you're trying to avoid same thing.
Same thing. And you have the money to pay them. Boss, stop liking, man.
I agree.
You like it, man.
My
It's
thing is
people.
this.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
boy, I tell you. Go ahead.
This is my thing with individuals, right? They will go and they'll borrow the money from the bank or what's called a reputable loan management organization. And these people trying to catch up with them for 5, 10, 15 years, and they don't find nothing wrong with that. But let them owe you money for in 2 weeks. Man, that's a long time, man. Why are
Man.
you still talking about that? You understand what I'm saying?
Boy.
Okay. It's crazy. You have people, listen, they will have the most serious stories to tell you as to why they need this money. They go and they get it because people have this tendency to act as if the person who is lending them the money has no need for money. So you go and you get this money from them
That's an interesting
with
point.
no intentions of paying it back, They ain't got no intentions of paying it back, brother. Okay? They don't tell you that, of course. But they're going to give you whatever story they feel they need to give you. Hey, listen, you got people who Grammy and murdered and dead, but 10 times in a year. Okay? Just so they could go and get this paper. Right? Just so they could go and get this paper. They go and they get this money with absolutely no intention of giving this money back. None. No intentions of giving it back. Right? And then, as you said, have the audacity to either look you in the face on a regular basis. They'll be liking your posts on Facebook, your status on WhatsApp.
I know you money. I know
you I talking about having conversations with you, or they posting on their status how they just been partying.
Are they bought?
just bought a bottle, Okay, I just got a gift from a girl. Get us up. But you owe these people money and you have no problem with that. You feel no weight. No weight. Come on, man. You gotta stop liking
You
man.
like it, man. You like it, man.
Stop liking man. If you're
That's funny you
unqualified
say
for
that.
a job, yes, if you are unqualified for a job and deep down you're trying to stop and are jealous of someone that is properly qualified, you may need to stop liking man.
Boss. That's at the ultimate height. With a lot of Caribbean countries, a lot of countries I've seen. Not to call one out of the other, but the brain drain in the Caribbean is namely the Bahamas is at a ultimate high level. People ain't gonna reason to be staying there because from an economic standpoint, what you're gonna make to do the same thing in a different sphere or different space is 10 times what you're gonna be compensated for. So
Yes.
people might get the job. Then the politics of third world and second world country, periphery and core, those some people might just hire their cousin or their family or something else. However, they get the job. But if you got the job, you in the position, and you mad at somebody who qualified for the position, you in. Knowing that if they there, they gonna make it run right. They can do better. Man, stop liking. Man, stop it.
Listen, in countries, especially the smaller countries, well, countries all over the world, this happens in many government ministries or departments, especially. All right, because a lot of people are appointed, posted because of connections, not qualified. All right, and instead of getting the help from the people who know what they're doing to make sure that this place runs properly, they prefer to get that person transferred or fired rather than make themselves look
Oh
bad.
yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
just the way of the world. Just the way of the
Oh
world.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah. We could call a couple different things dealing with happen. I guess in the police, or I've heard it. I've heard rumblings, certain stories with what was now national security and so on and so forth. That one get the next one transfer and then move, and now the next one come back. And come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, stop it. You like it, man.
Stop it.
You like it, man. You hating the country and you like it, man.
Yep. Which is even worse.
Now, I say this next one as far as, there's a global power shortage, maybe, but in certain places, there should never be a power shortage. With all this sun in the sky, as far as being solar, all this electricity and so on and so forth that can be done from hydroelectricity and whatever, even wind, there's no reason, and this just ain't all the time. This is a temporal thing. When you watching your favorite show, you sitting there on the sun extra hot, you laying under your fan, and BC, because they ain't exist no more, BC cut the power off.
Mm-hmm.
Right when you was a good nap, right when you was gonna take a shower, right when you was watching your show, they like it, man. Why? Why hasn't the generators been updated? Why haven't they spent money on the generators, which they say they did?
And you taking so much money from me every month.
And then your light bill is a small mortgage.
Yes.
Your light bill.
Yeah.
Bahamian people, Caribbean people, what you paying in light bill could buy you a house in Indonesia, in India, in Haiti, in Africa.
Yeah.
Cheaper you all repatriate and go back. What? You paying $300-400 for light bill? And they cutting it off? Come on. Power company. Y'all get that together, man.
I agree. I agree 1,000%, my brother. 1,000%. And the same could be said for places like for the cable companies, especially one like over here called No Name, that's stealing these things. So they stay getting it. They stay getting whacked. So during the course of somebody else's show, they're getting knocked down and you can't watch it. Or you wake up early in the morning to try to watch on cable. But listen, thank the Father, thank the universe for 5 tech, right? You get up to try and watch a show, and they are off air, okay? Because they getting attacked for stealing, okay? But you charging me, right? You getting it? Listen, man, we got a company that was stealing from the local television network for years. I don't even know what came out of that. They might have had to pay some sort of fine or whatever, and then they eventually got their own satellite to go deal with their thing, their own little dish. Okay, but even so, they're still ripping other places. Okay, other stations, and so when because these stations every so often they send out their own burst. Okay, to to deal with those who they know are pirating off of their stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so while
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
busy doing fighting against that, that's off air. But they don't say, hey, we know that you were disrupted about 15 times this month, so we're only going to charge you half your bill. No. You got
Wow.
to pay every dollar.
That's what I
You
said.
got to pay every dollar. And so they need to stop like it, man.
For real. Where can you go and do that? If I go to a hamburger shop and they cut out little chunks out of my hamburger and they offer me the hamburger, say, no, that hamburger is $5. The hamburger is $5, but we cut this piece out, that piece out, this piece out, that piece out.
Yeah.
But you still got to pay that $5. You crazy, eh?
Yeah. And what I'm saying to you is that is the world that we're living in. That's the country. Okay, that's the country that we're living in here. And yes, I agree with you. It's sad. It's very sad.
Like it, man.
Yes, like it, man.
Absolutely like it, man.
If you're a teacher and you're secretly jealous of your students' potential and you're trying to block them, you might need to stop like it, man.
Mother flip, Trey. Mother flip.
And it's sad. And it's sad to know that those type of things are taking place.
Shoot. Yeah. That one serious right there. Finally, if you in 2021 with a computer, the internet, a phone, books, the library, if you still endorsing, teaching, and supporting Christopher Columbus, if this what you doing, brother, what they need to stop doing?
Stop liking, man. They need to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop liking, man. Brother.
This man come to the Caribbean, kill out an unnumbered amount of indigenous people. Your grand, you, my grand, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them survive, interbreed with them, raping, whatever. Sick dogs on them, fight them for datings. And not only did he do that, he went back and told the rest of these people, it's okay to come over to this new world and come do this.
Yes.
Based on his example.
Bring more people. Bring more people.
Come like and you still teaching. If you celebrating Columbus Day right now, you like it, man.
Yes, you like it, man. To the highest degree, you like it.
Why? If you're a minority, if you're a white person, who's supporting? If you mention certain people that have committed acts of genocide, it's a new movie every year on certain topics. Yeah. Nobody want to touch this, though. Nobody want to have a conversation on this, though. They supporting this foolishness, this bottom.
Yes. Yeah.
They teach it in the history book. I remember when I was in school in the Caribbean, they tell us, it's the bicentennial or the quincentennial of Christopher Columbus. Yeah. They come up with a commemorative dollar.
Yes.
You could ever see such foolishness?
Boy, listen. This we talk about the miseducation. Because
why you want to teach little children that?
They're putting it in the mind that these are great people. And if you think about it, there's been a lot of historical instances. It's a lot of history moments, okay, where these kinds of things have been done. He's not the only person.
All right then. But question: are the Jews glorifying Hitler?
No. I've never heard one do it.
I've met Jewish people that don't even drive Mercedes because it's a German company.
Exactly. And these are the stances and positions. These are the stances and positions that should be getting taken straight across the board, especially with people of color. To know what all of has taken place, you haven't bothered to study and research and say, "Hey, I'm not going to mess with these people because it's been proven that this happened here, or they support who did this, or this company was founded by so and so. These are the children of so and so. Come on, man. Come on, man. You need to take those
Everybody,
same stances.
everybody has had that chance. Um, everybody's had the chance to take those stances. Gandhi, Gandhi. Look, man, we ain't fighting y'all. We ain't arguing with y'all. This is a non-violent resistance. We ain't doing nothing. You know what y'all gonna do though? Y'all gonna get up and leave. We are erasing your name in our history books. We ain't teaching our children that. Africa, Kenya, we are teaching you new languages. This ain't it. Why are people still teaching this garbage today? Christopher Columbus, stop
Need to
liking my
stop liking man, because here's the thing. Another thing where we got people who we need to stop liking man. Our people need to stop liking man. You always try
why?
and include other people from other ethnicities and other races when they're not trying to do the same for you. Stop liking
Why?
man. Stop
Why?
liking man. That's how we get to where we are now. Stop liking man.
Stop
Love
it.
yourself.
Stop it.
Love your people. Stop liking man.
Voice. That don't mean you can't interact or communicate with other people, but stop. Stop liking man, liking other people more than you and your
Yes.
people.
Gotta stop liking man.
As we close down on this, we have some historical instances. The instances of them liking man was so big, it'll go down in history, and we still deal with history to this
Yep.
day.
Yep.
One of those instances, okay, ladies and gentlemen, for some of you that do not know, Woods Rogers has a statue at the governor's house. Woods Rogers was a pirate, turned politician, turned back pirate, turned back governor. First of all, this man confused. Secondly, he killed, he robbed, he raped, he stole land, he pillaged native people and other Caribbean people. He sided with pirates. He sided with the terrorists of his day. Right? Somebody thought it was a good idea to make a statue that is overlooking the harbor. That it's now a supposed, in quotation marks, national landmark. I know who you was. I have an idea who you people was. Who put that statue there? You're going on in history. But not for what y'all think you're going on in history for. You know what you're going on in history for? Liking man. Liking
Yeah,
man.
officially entered into this year's Likin Man Hall of Fame.
All of it.
Officially inducted. Officially inducted.
All of it. Hall
Okay,
of Fame.
officially inducted.
Foolishness.
Because this the ceremony now. Okay, whether they knew it or not, this is the ceremony right now.
This is
They
ceremony
being
now.
officially inducted. Officially. Judas and the Black Messiah. For those who've been following that, who watched the movie, who's aware of what's been taking place. You have
Hot
Mr.
topic.
William O'Neill, who drugged and sold out Fred Hampton. We say drugged and sold him out. Intentionally and knowingly sold out one of the preeminent leaders of the race of people that built the country. Sold him out in his fight to gain equality. Mr. O'Neill is officially inducted into the Likin Man Hall of Fame. Officially.
Liking man. He watched this boy. He sit with this boy. He ate with this boy. He moved around with this fella. Just to track him. Okay. If he allowed or helped the movement to go forward, who knows how much better his own life for his children and family would have been.
Yeah.
But he stopped it. And when they interviewed him in a later interview, this man said that he thought he was doing the right thing. Boss, what?
Yeah.
Like
Unjustifiable. Unjustifiable.
Likin, man. Likin, man.
Yes.
Nah. Some people might get upset. They might be a little tight about this one, but I can say it anyway because it bears and it needs to be said. Those that shall remain nameless in the political vein. 5 years ago, I remember. I think you remember, brother.
Yep.
They was chatting, lock them up. Lock them up. Right? Now, correct me
Yep.
if I'm wrong. We also had a declaration by the incoming ruler or prime minister or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
The
The
titular head.
testicular head. Yeah.
Not testicular, the titular head.
The
Said that if
correction. Yes.
anybody,
Yes. The corrected testicular head.
correct, double corrected. He said that if anybody is caught with any form of impropriety, stealing relative to the government, this man said that go back. I want to say elections is November 4th or 5th. I want to say within after the coronation or when they came in was when it would have been November, I think 12th or 13th when they came into power. He said this. Go back and look. It's in your thing. He said if anybody, and we will cite that or put that information out, there's a link.
Yeah.
He said that if anybody is caught stealing or anything relative to an impropriety relative to this government, he said he can deal with them severely and move them. On the contrary, right now, we have a gentleman, a young man, an athlete. He was caught allegedly or detained by the police. I was in doubt. I don't know if he's right or wrong. I can only say what I see. For an event or crime or whatever else it would be. But he was taken into police custody. Simply taken into police custody. That's not, it is on the burden of the system of the country to find out who is right or wrong. This gentleman was detained without proof. And this gentleman was held, and his image with a statement was broadcast across the internet for all the people to see.
Yeah.
Without proof, without hardcore. Like I said, I am not in the forensic department. I don't know. But as far as I know, that ain't how the process is supposed to work. He's supposed to be held. He's supposed to be investigated. If his family is able to post bail or such, then that happens on the show online. There's no, as far as we know, the public, it might be, come back up later, but we don't know as of right now that there's any evidence of what has happened being true. Whereas this minister, those that shall remain nameless, has hardcore video evidence of the property which they purchased, hardcore video evidence of the construction being done on the property. There is evidence relative to the financial statements before they enter into politics. Their record as far
what's
as
there now? Documentation.
What's there now? Documentation. There is evidence relative to what is past or present. Also, as far as documentation, as far as purchasing of properties. This has all been stated and put out there in the public domain. Some of you listening might already have this. But this is proof. This is proof right here. If you ain't chatting, lock them up because, oh, that's my party, or that's my friend, or that, you need to stop liking man.
Yeah. Yep.
Stop it.
Yep. Definitely need to stop liking man because
where all the chairs gone 5 years ago.
But see, this is the thing, and this is a sad thing, and this is straight across the board because this isn't this all countries, party junkies, party followers, right? It does not matter what someone does in a particular party. If that's their party, they will defend that. These people don't have to defend themselves, Their party supporters will come with what they consider to be a good answer, a good response for what's taking place. That's who they are. That's what they do. And we have this thing, short-term memory loss. Okay, things that happen a month or 6 months ago, man, we don't remember them things. We only focusing on the current situation as if the history means nothing. All right.
Right.
If I know that you've been operating in a particular manner prior to joining this party, why am I suddenly defending your politics or your actions, your antics, once I see you doing the same thing here? Because I hated you before you came to this party, but as long as you're in the party, we're going to
You
defend
cool.
you. See, you got to stop liking man. Got to stop liking
Stop
man.
it. Stop it.
Got to stop
Stop
liking
it.
man.
Unacceptable.
And yeah, man, have to stop liking man. You know, and I'll say this as well. If you got a problem with this podcast and the things that are being said, my brother, yeah, you might need to start liking man. Because that means that you're doing these things and we marching your corn, as the good Caribbean people say. We hurt your feelings. We hurt your feelings. All right, you stop liking. You need to stop liking.
Yeah. On that note, what a few more things. The bad saying on this, and we want to say, take a break from this to say thank you for sponsors for sponsoring this. Our giveaway today is an all expense paid trip to the Culinary Islands. The representative or the individual that won, drum roll please, Mr. Larry Elder. Mr. Larry Elder is the winner of this trip for his remarks on the 22nd of February 2021. Mr. Larry Elder, who, by the way, not much people know. You ain't like this somebody from the front of the crowd, this somebody from the back of the crowd. He's been perfectly and persistently adamant about his own self-preservation and growth. Didn't care about nobody else. But now he decides to come to the front of the crowd and said the following in response to Proposition HR 40, which of course is the reparations bill for Black people and minority people in America. Mr. Elder said only 20% of Black people are in poverty. Thus, Black people do not need reparations. And the bigger concern is, and I quote, Black people not taking advantage of their opportunities. I don't know what else to say at this point.
Listen, the brother, I can't even call him a brother. All right.
Right.
What should be said? Okay, this nigga. This nigga,
yeah.
He should not even be allowed to carry luggage. I don't care if it's a carry-on. Storage. That's it. No luggage. Okay. Brother needs to be whipped and let on the plane in those same torn clothing. Okay. Here it is now. We have races of people, nations, who other nations are paying. Some to this day, some who they had to pay things to. Okay, let's take, for example, when the bomb was dropped on
Hiroshima.
America, right? There was a war started with Pearl Island, right? Japanese, right? You know that after all of that, they had to pay $20,000 to every Japanese person.
Living survivor. Living or unliving survivor, yeah.
I don't know if every Japanese person received that money, but they had to pay that amount, okay? And they're saying that this was something that those people started. They started the war, according to America. But they had to pay
That's
this money.
crazy, for real. I didn't even think about it like that. Yep, they did start the war.
Yes. So now we're talking about, we go to the Jews. You had America, Europe, who all took part with Germany in reference to Hitler and the Holocaust. They had to pay reparations to these people. So now you go to the melanated people who they've deemed as Black. The rape, murder, and this rape of men, male and female. Murder, castration, just utter degradation, of the years, the hundreds of years that we had to suffer. And you're saying to
Yeah.
us that we don't deserve to be repaid for what our ancestors had to go through? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sad.
People who
Truly sad.
people who made those kinds of statements, okay, needs to have something done to them, man. And that's just real talk. All right. That's just real talk. All right. So that brother there, I don't even think the plane should land on the runway. Just kick him out the plane. Just kick him out.
Kick him out.
Just
But
kick him
come
out.
on, man. We have to come to some sort of semblance. You know, Abraham Lincoln said, "The wolf that we are holding by its ears, that is slavery, that is the inequity of African and Black people that we have strewn upon them." This is what he said. Meaning they didn't ask for this. This is something
No.
America and
Yes.
the Caucasus descendants have done. That's the children of Japhet. He said, this is something we've done. He said, and that curse, that cloud will hang eminently over America until it is resolved.
Yep.
He said this. This is the prime. This is the president of the United States.
At that time, yes.
At the time, there's been numerous legislations on this. You mean to tell me, and now you in 2021, the only you back when before Lincoln, you probably wouldn't even have a platform to say what you're saying.
Exactly.
All right, nigga, you can talk. Cool. Go back in the field.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, please stop it. Anybody who is in an advocate or not an advocate for we ain't even talking about, we're talking for the fair economic and physiological and sociological and community-based reparation of African Americans and Black people in this country, you are going to the Canary Islands. You're good.
Yes, sir. That definitely. But as I said, if you're gonna speak the way he's speaking, see, the only reason why he's being allowed on the plane because he's bringing his words forth properly as it was mandated by the English language, right? So he's a well-spoken slave. He's a well-spoken
yes.
All right. But because of the content of his speech, no landing here. Kick him out. That nigger needs to learn to fly.
Some more comments this gentleman made. It's just appalling to even read. And he said racism has never been a less significant problem in America. What? What? Where have you been?
What is so funny and not funny about that is we're talking about a country that mainstream media use that as its platform to go against the former president. That's all they've been talking about. So how is it not relevant or not prevalent? When you can go and type that in and have so many different stories over the course of the years. Okay, that the man was in office where this is what it was about. When, mind you, it's been going on. It never stopped. The only thing it did was change his clothes. All right. So they stopped the way that they dealt with certain situations, but it never stopped. All right. The people who are in power now, okay, president and vice, okay, are known over the course of the many years to have utilized this exact same word against people of color in laws that have been passed. The way that they've handled situations, but we wanna define things in the way that we want to define them when we want to define it in that way, and that's not right.
Amazing. I'm just in reading more of this article. It's just some of the stuff that this gentleman has said. It's unbelievable. He even tries to cite facts and numbers. He said Black people are a race of overcomers, therefore they don't need it. What? Garbage. Despite all the problems of being brought up in the committee, hearing about racism, slavery, Jim Crow. So this man knowingly knows about Jim Crow.
Exactly.
He knows about slavery.
So because I'm strong, because I'm silent, because I'm not fighting against you, I don't deserve the
Deserve
assistance.
it?
Okay, no, you don't deserve
Come
it.
on, man.
According to
Come
him.
on.
Wow.
This man said it's a 40-point drop. Finally, he said there's a 40-point drop in poverty between 1920 or 1940 and 1960. Bear in mind, gentlemen, bear in mind, ladies, this is the boom of America between the 40s and the 60s. So that probably had nothing to do with race. If you was in America during that time, after they
You
had
just
the
happened,
roaring 20s, you
you
just happened to
you
benefit. So what?
Yep.
Okay, boss, look here. Report to your flight, 1 o'clock, Friday. Please, this Friday, February 26th. Report to your club. Report to the plane, 1 o'clock, boss. You going to the Canary Islands. Stop it.
And if we don't see movement coming to get you, eh?
We come in to get you, boss, because this is garbage. Absolute garbage. On that point, ladies and gentlemen, just had to mention a few things. The importance of you knowing the difference. Lotioning and Likin, man. And knowing there's a difference. Now, just as we close, again, the humblest opinion. These facts are just a part of our humble opinion.
Just our humble opinion. You can accept it, not accept it. Listen, don't listen. It's on you.
You can not watch. If you don't agree, you like man too. If you, if you don't
agree, I agree with that. You like it, man too.
If you watch this, listen to us. If you go to this,
yep,
you sit through a podcast. And you mad. That's what you like, man.
Yeah, you need to stop. Yeah, you may need to stop liking man. You may just stop liking man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Tony Bahama. We got Malik out of Gamba here, our resident guest. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us here on the Humblest Opinion. AB2C Broadcasting brought to you by BKRB TV and Professional Renaissance Services. Thank you. Until next time, enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend.
Namaste to the room.
Let it be go. See, there we go. I know destination, you never been there before.